Oh,
Wait, we should watch the... Oh, did we start it?
No, we're starting.
Okay.
We can just watch it in the background, dude.
Damn it.
Dude, here, I'll set you up. This is what it's gonna be like.
Yes.
Dun 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 dun. And then there's like Luke looks sadly into the distance, and there's some little birds, and he's like, the Jedi are gone, and then it's like cuts to Kylo Ren being emo, or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like Poe's flying a ship and doing gay stuff with Finn.
Finn's sleeping body.
Yeah.
Finn's slowly dying corpse.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Dude, just like in A New Hope.
Exactly the same.
And and then that'll be pretty much the whole thing. And that one Nazi will be there.
Oh.
JonTron.
I didn't know he's in the new movie.
But Tiz, get it? Because JonTron's a Nazi.
Yeah.
And she's a Nazi. And a Star War.
What was I gonna say? Something about
Bash,
Nazis.
bash.
Oh. Yeah, no, that sounds fun. Oh, all I was gonna say is Matt, he has no problem with Will. It just, the conversation got less interesting for him when he showed up.
Interesting. Bullshit, Grandpa.
I don't know what he means by, like, less interesting. That's very vague, but... there we go. That's the content you subscribe for.
This is the content you subscribe for. No scope. Boop. See me no scope that dude?
I did. Okay. Topics. You excited for, oh. So, Blade Runner 20 hours and 49 minutes came out this Friday.
No one saw it.
And it is bombing hard.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's bombing very hard.
Worse than the original.
Yeah, pretty much. And the funny part is that because a bunch of fucking white boys like are fanboying over it. I haven't seen it. Preface this. I haven't seen it. So I have no idea if it's good or not. I have a feeling it's not good. But I haven't seen it at all. But a lot of fucking people on the internet are fanboying over it. So everyone's pretending like it made money, or like pretending that it didn't bomb, when like it very much did. Like I even saw an article where it was like why Blade Runner didn't make any money and why that's a good thing. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes.
We generally agree on movies. TV shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 99% of the time we
Yes.
agree. Which is why it was so surprising to me when I watched Blade Runner and I was like, this movie
This is garbage.
sucks.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, it doesn't. It's good. So I was like, I'm probably wrong.
Uh-huh.
But then you watched it and you're like, wow, that movie kind of sucks.
Yeah. I saw it again recently, and I mean, I love Blade Runner. It's like a literal beautiful film, but it's also, it's not great.
It's not that good.
No, it's kind of, there are no characters, and the plot's kind of boring and non-existent, and...
Well, the thing that makes it so not good is how close to being good it was.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so much shit in there that could have been really, really interesting, and just none of it got resolved.
And I think a lot
It's like playing Act 1 of a video game.
And I think a lot of people just think that is cool, of just that they are sort of being like, hey, this cool thing could happen, that they think, oh, this world's so immersive and so defined, but it's
no Cloud Atlas.
It is no Cloud Atlas. I would say Cloud Atlas is better than Blade Runner.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, they're not really related at all.
No.
It's no, End of the World. What's that movie called?
World's End?
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's no World's End.
It's no World's End. That's fair. Is Sonic getting shot out of the turbo cannon?
Did you see the video game theater?
No, I meant to watch that.
Oh
but
my
I have
fucking
not yet.
god, dude! It's so good.
Yeah.
Those video game theater modes. Shout out and call out to Polygon simultaneously. Call out to Polygon. Write better articles. Most of them are just terrible. Like pretty much every Polygon opinion piece is just atrocious. But shout out to Polygon for making some of the weirdest, like, goofiest, funniest content out there, dude. I love it. Like, I mean, Monster Factory, God tier.
Yeah.
Video Game Theater, I mean, it speaks for itself, dude. That's like the third episode, too.
Yeah.
They had, the first one was, Master of Unlocking.
Oh, nice.
The Resident Evil scene.
Nice.
The second one was the scene from one of the climactic scenes from Heavy Rain, but the glitched version where the guy just keeps shouting Sean.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny, dude. I love those videos. Now we're on the moon!
Whee! But yeah, no, Blade Runner, it's not great. It's not well written, and that's okay.
She's a lesbian.
Sweet.
If you play as Athena, she tries to have sex with you a lot.
Can you have sex with her?
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing.
What?
I totally forgot about this. This is gonna change our playthrough a lot.
Yeah?
There's a whole mechanic about using oxygen and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I'm playing as a robot.
Nice.
So none of it applies. This whole thing, you're supposed to be running and not have any way to breathe or anything.
Uh-huh.
It's supposed to be like, oh, you gotta find some oxygen gear. But I don't need it except for a double jump, I guess.
Nice.
It's pretty funny.
That's great.
But look at how floaty this game is.
This is pretty floaty.
And, like, it's by design, but it makes the game that much more frustrating, in my opinion.
Yeah, it definitely is very, it feels like you, got a hack off of, like,
Yeah,
a website, and was like,
It's
ooh,
just-
I'll do this, and then,
Yeah.
but it's the actual, just the game.
Conceptually interesting, but, you know, not great. Oh, I've got something I could talk about.
Yes.
You know how I hate Tim Schafer now because we finished Broken Age?
It was fucking terrible?
Yeah.
Yes.
They released a video, first playable video for Psychonauts 2.
Oh, that's actually happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the best way to describe the art is imagine a very, very polished 3D, like, Broken Age art style. But it's 3D,
Huh.
and it looks really nice.
Okay.
Like, the art in that game looks fantastic.
Alright.
I never finished Psychonauts. I got pretty far through it.
Are we gonna play it on here?
So, I mean, if we get to P before I fucking die, which is not likely,
Okay.
then yes. That's the thing about this fucking series is a lot of the games I own are really fucking long.
That's what makes it great. We get like a month out of every fucking...
Yeah, I mean, after this...
We'll be doing this for years.
After this is Brutal Legend, which is also a pretty long game.
Uh-huh.
And after that is, also your run just feels slow, because it's basically like being underwater.
Oh,
Like, I'm
fun.
sprinting right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is the walk, and this is the sprint. It's just, like, slow steps. But just, yeah, a lot of fucking long games. Which is, you know, something. It's gonna be really tough when we get to Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3. Because I somehow still won't have beaten Dark Souls 3 by the time we get there.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I thought Psychonauts 2 looked... I didn't watch the whole video because it was kind of long, and I don't care that much. But
yeah.
it looked pretty decent.
What is Psychonauts exactly? Because I've never really...
It's a third-person action game.
Okay, but like, what's the plot?
You go to a camp for psychic kids,
Uh-huh.
and... Hold on. Sorry, these guys are roasting me.
Yeah.
And a bunch of shit starts going wrong, so you
Okay.
just, like, explore people's dreams and stuff,
Huh.
trying to save the day.
Interesting. Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people really, really love it. I think it's
Okay.
okay.
Is it better than Broken Age?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's an actual game.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's just kind of
Okay.
old-ish for me. Like, when I
Uh-huh.
started playing it, it was just a little bit...
Didn't it come out like 15 years ago or something?
No, not that long ago.
Okay.
Came
10
out,
years
like-
ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Came out 360 era, so
Oh, okay.
10 or less years ago. But, yeah, I don't know. I just personally, I was like, this game is pretty decent, but I never felt the drive to finish it.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. I almost jumped off that thing.
So you're fighting some lava dogs now?
Yeah. Can I equip it?
So I guess Matt just likes us talk when this is a movie podcast, and when
Right.
when Will
No,
is here,
fuck
it's
it,
not
of
really a
course he
movie
does.
podcast.
What a homo.
So I mean that's fair, and we've kind of talked about movies a little bit. I want to
Yeah.
go back to talking about Blade Runner in a bit, but let's keep talking about Psychonauts.
I mean, that's all I have to say,
Okay.
really.
Well, I was gonna say one more thing about Blade Runner was just that, yeah, it is bombing, and I think it's really, just so there's an interesting sort of, you see, I don't doubt it's very different than the first one, at least how it probably looks really nice, and probably has a lot of fucking fanboys, but it's probably not well written, and I haven't done too much research yet, but looks like it's pretty problematic with its portrayal of female characters.
Oh. Well, the first one wasn't great about that
Well,
either.
exactly. That's the point. That's the thing, is that it looks like it subscribes to all of the women either are sex objects or murdered or both. So that's fun. And yeah, it's 2017 and we're still doing that, but I'm not really surprised. But I think it's also just interesting about how I guess in a bubble, not even fandoms, but just like the internet can get about certain things, where like the Ghostbusters remake will like do good, and everyone's like, oh, it's tanked, it's the worst movie of all time, it tanked so hard. But then this fucking atrocity...
4 female Ghostbusters? The feminists are taking over.
But then this fucking movie fucking tanks, like, makes way less than its projected budget. And everyone's like, no, it's doing great. It's still doing awesome.
So,
it's like...
this might not start out as related, but I assure you it is.
Okay.
In the long run.
Alright, I'm with it.
So I have been going back through, got it, damn.
Nice.
I've been re-listening to like really old Rooster Teeth podcasts.
Oh, okay.
2008, 2009.
Nice.
Yeah.
Back when
Like, from the
Obama just
beginning.
started.
And they talk about, I mean, there's a lot of shit they talk about that's irrelevant. But
Uh-huh.
they talk about, like, petitions for Left 4 Dead 2 and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And they talk about the internet just being fucking stupid,
Uh-huh.
generally.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really interesting that it felt like such an old internet thing, like petitions that Left 4 Dead 2 was too soon, or petitions that you shouldn't play Modern Warfare 2 because they didn't have private servers for the computer, stuff like that. But, like, that shit still happens.
Petition to have George Lucas direct episode 9.
Just, like, it feels like such a pre-2010 thing, but, like,
Yeah.
It's the same thing with, like, fucking all this Rick and Morty bullshit that's
Uh-huh.
happening right now. It's the
Yeah.
same shit.
Dude, are you gonna get some Szechuan sauce?
I don't care. I fucking don't even eat McDonald's.
Don't tell me you don't want to have some Szechuan
It's
sauce.
not. I'm not trying to be like I'm better than McDonald's or anything. I genuinely have like never eaten there.
I was actually at a McDonald's today, and I didn't once think about even asking if they had any Szechuan sauce.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're not really a smart fan if you want the sauce, you know.
Yeah,
That's what I hear.
I didn't read that article, but I mean,
It's fucking.
I'm sure.
The problem is the article's points are fine. It's just everything that they say and the way they say it makes them sound like a pretentious asshole.
Well, it looks like from what I could tell, they're critiquing Rick and Morty fans while simultaneously doing what makes Rick and Morty fans annoying.
Yeah. They're literally going, the problem with smart Rick and Morty fans is they don't understand the show, and I understand the show.
Uh-huh.
It's like, do you not see what's going on here?
I get Fight Club. I
get Fight Club.
I'm a smart guy.
I'm a funny guy. Oh, we can level up our skills. I don't really know the skills anymore.
Well,
Sorry, you continue.
Who, me?
Say stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I just think it's kind of interesting to show. And I shared even an article that I saw, and I read it, believe it or not, about how, like, one of the reasons Blade Runner tanks so hard is because, like, it's really starting to show that women are kind of done with this shit and actually want to see themselves portrayed positively on film. And so, like, they showed the whole thing about how, like, over 70% of the tickets bought for Blade Runner were male, and you could pull some whole bullshit thing of, oh, it's just there are more men in America, or oh, more guys are like Blade Runner or some shit. But it's like, no, I'd say a good reason it didn't make as much money is because women didn't give a shit about that movie. And why should anyone who's not a fucking white boy, doesn't look like there's any non-white characters in that movie either, except maybe Edward James Osmosis will come back for, like, a scene and make, like, a fucking origami thing.
Have you seen the Portlandia episode he's in? Where they try and write one last episode of Battlestar?
Yes, I have. That's amazing.
So fucking funny, dude.
I love that episode. Yeah, so, like, there's, like, it's gonna be a bunch of fucking white dudes running around, wanting Gay Osling, Gosling, Ryan Gosling. I don't know. So, I mean, I'll see it. My other thing, though, which is why I actually haven't seen it yet, besides the fact that it's... Oh, I made a joke earlier. Do you know how long Blade Runner 2 is?
It's like 3 hours.
It's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Nice.
So, you know, that's how you make a film, is just... You know my principle about how, like, if your film is over 2 hours, it better deserve every minute it has on screen?
Yeah.
I am sure Blade Runner 2 completely just...
Well, that's the weird part.
Every moment is necessary.
That's the weird part, is because with Blade Runner 1,
yes,
that movie's, at least non-director's cut, is, like, I believe under 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why I like the final cut, and why I don't really want to watch the director's cut, is because it's under 2 hours, so it's, like, an easy watch.
But it's, like, but even with that, that movie could have put in so much more and been way longer, and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if the new one's gonna be.
I don't know, man. I
just can't trust anyone's opinion. Ever.
Yeah, exactly. I meant to see it before this podcast and then, like, rant about it, but I also, like, wanted it to tank, so I didn't want to help it not tank. So I might see it next weekend or some shit, but then we'll talk about it. I don't know, like 2 weeks, however this fucking recording goes out. But I don't know. Well, the thing too, though, which I'm afraid, is that when I do see it, is that I'm gonna like it.
That's fine.
I'm afraid I'm gonna actually be like, oh no, I enjoy this though, because. But if I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. But hopefully not. We'll see. I don't know. I've been fucking waiting for this movie for so goddamn long. I think now that it's finally here, I'm just like, oh god. But who knows? We'll see. Are we at time? I feel like we're at...
Possibly.
Okay.
Let me finish this jump slam and then we'll... I keep missing it. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, you slamming it?
Busting makes me feel good. We're actually not.
Oh, okay.
Got like a minute left.
Oh, well, we've passed 15 minutes, so we're way over time.
You like my squeaky chair? It's part of the show.
Mine isn't squeaky enough.
No. Oh, I didn't get you a fucking chair.
Thanks. We can do that.
We'll do that when
episodes.
we watch the Last
We'll watch the Last Jedi trailer in 18 episodes.
So I don't know if you saw. I got a thing that it randomly changes. I have guns
Your
that
gender.
do more damage and other guns that do less damage.
Okay.
And it randomly changes over a set period of time.
Cool.
I went with the tree that's just that.
Okay.
The entire tree is just shit like that.
Nice.
There was no film in the cameras.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I guess the original Blade Runner. I like it, but yeah, it's not great. It has problems, and
I really didn't like it because everyone's like, this is the fucking best sci-fi movie. I'm like, shit's not even better than Star Wars.
I definitely wouldn't say it's the best sci-fi movie ever. I mean, what's a bad sci-fi movie? That's Jupiter Ascending's territory.
Dude, you should watch that movie.
I do.
It's very enjoyable.
Well, okay, I was thinking, because Real Unknown the Real Unknown Cinema Podcast might still happen if we record an episode of the movie we watched a week ago.
That's fine, dude.
But I was thinking, and I'm gonna try to map it out. Do you want to do Wachowski? You have two options, because I have like 4 Wachowski's movies that will do. And
what if we just did a Wachowski like month?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is do you want to do them over a period of time, like on and off, or do you want to just do straight on Wachowski's month?
That's what I was thinking.
I think that'd be fun. I think we just straight up
watch every one of their movies in chronological, like in release order.
Yeah. So
that could get really frustrating after Matrix 1.
No, we're not. I've watched 2.5 of the Matrix films, and
I watched 1.
Though I find the sequels fascinating, and I might want to do a podcast just talking of. Honestly, I could just do an episode of this talking about them.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't think there are any hidden treasures in them, so we wouldn't do those. And the Matrix isn't exactly an unknown film.
No.
But we could easily do Speed Racer, Cloud Atlas, and Jupiter's Ascending.
Yeah.
And I want to do their film before that, and if that's good, I want to talk about that one too.
I've never seen Speed Racer either.
Well, then I'm going to make you watch Speed Racer, because it's amazing. Well, that's half the point of you being my co-host on this podcast, is that I just make you watch a bunch of movies I like.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I form opinions generally about movies very quickly.
Uh-huh.
Like, partway through the movie, I start thinking about why it's good or bad.
There you go.
Usually bad.
That's
there
fair.
are not a lot of movies I watch where I think, like, I cannot name a movie. You know, well, I guess I didn't have any problems with Nice Guys.
Oh, yeah?
But like, other than that,
yeah.
in the last, like, 6 months at least, I can't think of a movie I saw where I was thinking about how good it was. I was just like, fucking, ugh.
Did you see... I'm trying to think.
We have to end
Okay.
it. But next time, we'll watch a thing and do a thing.
Hooray!
You know how we do?